Good morning, children. As you all know that yesterday we have started word problems on division. So today we will revise how to identify division word problem with their keywords, and these are few of the keywords which help you to know that you are supposed to do division in this word problem. So the first is divide evenly or cut, split, share, each, every. These words are very common in all the word problem. Sometime it is given in the question how much this thing each will get. Share, split. So you have to remember all these keywords. These keywords we have done earlier also in addition, subtraction and multiplication. Similarly, in division word problems, you have to remember these word problems keyword which help you to find out that you have to suppose to do division. Now, few of the division keywords are out of, equal pieces, average, ratio, and but obvious quotient. If quotient is given, then you are supposed to find out division only. So, as yesterday we have taken this example, Mandy has 36 cookies and she want to share them with her friends, 6 friends. How many cookies will each friend receive? Now here the keywords are share and each because they both refer to division. This example and these keywords we have seen yesterday also. What you have to do, you have to remember these keywords, and then whenever we were doing word problems from the exercise or example, or when we see word problems in paper or in exam, then you will be able to find it out that in this question we have to do division. Okay, I hope these keywords are clear to everyone. Okay, so we'll start with the examples. As you can see, word problems on division. Example 1, a company manufactures 2,54,375 motorcycles in 275 days. How many motorcycles are manufactured in a day, and write the number sentence. Now this example we have done yesterday. So today I am not going to elaborate this example. We'll take second example which we have not done yesterday. That we will do it today. Now the second example is a shop collected rupees 9,37,125 by selling 105 mobile phones. Now find the cost of one mobile phone. Now cost of 105 mobile phones have been given to you, and you are supposed to find cost of one mobile phone. Write the solution sentence also. Now see, in this question, cost of one mobile phone, one refers to each. Now again the concept of many and one is there. Actually beta, division is just opposite of multiplication. In multiplication we are taking concept of one and many, but in division we will take the concept of many and one. As you can see in this example, cost of 105 mobile phones have been given, and you are supposed to find the cost of one mobile phone. So what you will do, you will write this simple sentence: cost of 105 mobile phone is equals to rupees 9,37,125. Then cost of one mobile phone, cost of one mobile phone. Then you will do the division. After doing division, then you will be able to know that what will be the cost of one mobile phone. Got it? Quite simple question. Division is also simple. Okay, so you will do this example to yourself. And similarly, a question from exercise we will take it, which is same as of this example 2. That is question 3. A shopkeeper bought 775 watches for rupees 7,24,625. What did he pay for a watch? A watch means each watch, one watch, single one watch they are asking. Now here the cost of 775 watches. Fine, cost of 775 watches have been given. You have to find it out. Cost of one watch. Okay, so let's do this question. So let's start this question 3. Question 3 I have read it already. Now the statement for this question will be cost of 775 watches is rupees 7,24,625. Now what you have to do, you have to find cost of one watch. One watch, what you will do, the total cost of 775 watches will be divided by 775. What I have done here, this will be the total cost divided by 775. Now you can see the first 3 places are smaller than 775. We'll take first 4 places, 1, 2, 3 and 4, that is 7,246. So let's find it out. It will goes on either 9 or 8. We'll do it with 9. 9 5s are 45, 4, 9 7s are 63, plus 4 67, 6, 9 7s are 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 69. So that will goes on 9 times. So 6 9 7 5, 6 9 7 and then 5. Do the subtraction now. 6 minus 5, 1 will be left. Now this 2 will become 1, this will become 14. 14 minus 7, 7. Then 11 minus 9, 2 will be left. This will become 6, this will become 11 now. Now what will get down? 2. Now next it will be going on. The table of 7 you can see. 7 3s are 21. So most probably it will goes on 3 times only. So we'll multiply 3 times. 3 5s are 15. 3 7s are 21. 1 22. 2 will be carry. 3 7s are 21. 22 23. So we'll write here 3 times and then 2 3 2 5. We'll subtract it from this 2 3 2 5. Understand the division, because that is very important part of division word problem. Now 12 minus 5, 7, 0, then 10 minus 2, 8, and then this will become 6, 6 minus 3, 3 will be left. Now what will get down? Last 5 will get down. Now most probably it will goes on 5 times only, because 7 5s are 35 we have. Now 5 5s are 25, 2, 5 7s are 35, 36, 37, 3. 5 7s are 35, 37, 38. So we'll get it 5 times 3, 8, 7, 5. Nothing is left now. What will be the cost of one watch? Yes, you can see. Therefore, cost of one watch is rupees 935. Yes, cost we will write in rupees only. We'll see this question again. See, cost of 775 watches have been given to you. You have to find cost of one watch. Then what you will do, you will divide this, the total cost of 775 watches, by 775 to get cost of one watch. We have done the division. While doing division, you will get idea that it will goes on which number by multiplying it by 7. 7 hundreds table. With the 7 table you will be able to know that 775 first it will multiply by 9, then you will get this, then do the subtraction, then it will goes 3 times, then you will get this, then 5 times. So cost of one watch is rupees 935. I hope this question is clear to you all. Okay, fine, got it. So here the cost of one watch is rupees 935. Because we are talking about cost, so cost always comes in rupees. So always remember to write the unit as I told you. Fine. So cost of one watch is rupees 935. So now, I hope that question 3 is clear to everyone. Now we'll move to question number 4. You have to pay attention on question number 4 only. Now the students of class 5 of a school. The students of class 5 of a school collected rupees 6,49,620 for Prime Minister's Relief Fund. Find the amount collected by each student if the number of student is 135 and each of them collected the same amount. So what does it mean? That in a school, the students of class 5, first of all, how many students were there in class 5? There are 135 students in class 5, and these 135 students collected rupees 6,49,620. We don't know that how one child has given. That only you have to find it out. See, what is the keyword? If you remember the keyword of division word problem, which I have told you in the beginning of the video. So here the keyword is each. As I told you, whenever it is asked that how much each will donate or how much each student have given, so here the find the amount collected by each student. We are talking about each student. So whenever we were talking about each student, then you are supposed to do division. Now here money collected by 135 students have been given, and you have to find money collected by each student. Money collected by 135 students, that is given to you, and it is also mentioned that each of them collected the same amount. That's why only we were doing division, that each child has given the same amount. So here money collected by 135 students, then you have to find it out, money collected by each student. Okay, and then you will get the amount collected by each student. Fine, let's do this question. So let's do the question number 4. As I told you, the statement will be money collected by 135 students. That money collected, how much money is collected by total number of students, that is 135. So money collected by 135 students, that is rupees 6,49,620. Now you have to find it out money collected by each student, that what will be the contribution of each student. So what we will do, this 6,49,620 will be divided by 135. So 135, that is nearer to 150. So most probably it will goes on 4 times. So we'll do it 135 multiply by 4 times. 4 5s are 20. 2, 4 3s are 12, 13, 14, carry 1, 4 1s are 4, 5. 540 is there. So it will goes on 4 times. We'll subtract it. 540. So 9 will be left, 0 and then 1. What will get down? 6 will get down. So now it will goes on. Fine, we'll do it with 6. 7 we can do it because it is near about 700 and then 35 more are there. Either 7 or 8. 7 5s are 35. 3, 7 3s are 21, 24, 2, 7 1s are 7, 8, 9. So it will goes on 7 times minus 945. Then do the subtraction. 1, 5 and then 1. Then the next is 2. Now it will goes on. No, it will goes on. Instead of 7, it will goes on 8 times. So now we'll do the subtraction here. It will goes 8 times, then 6. 9 minus 8, 1 will be left. Then this will be 0, 0. Now what will get down next? 2 will get down. Then it will goes 1 times. 135. Do the subtraction now. This will become 12 minus 5, 7 you will get it. This will become 5, 5 3s are 5 minus 3, 2 you will get it. 0 will get down. Now it will goes 2 times. So you will get 270. So what will be the contribution of each child? Now see the question again. The question was money collected by 135 students, that is rupees 6,49,620. Now money collected by each student you have to find it out. I have written here 6,49,620, which is going to divided by 135. We have done the division 4 times. You have got 540. Then do the subtraction. Then 8 times 1080 and then 1 times 135 and then 2 times 270. So how much money that each child will collect? Now you will write, therefore this last statement only you can write in answer. Therefore money collected by each student is, now we are talking about money, so we will write here rupees 4,812. This money is collected by each student. Fine. So money collected by 135 student is given. You have to find each student. You have done the division and then you have got this money collected by each student. I hope this question is clear to you all. That division also clear to everyone. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. Now question number 5. 375 water tanks can hold 2,06,250 liters of water. What is the capacity of one tank? Now here this question is quite straight. The capacity of one tank has been asked. You are supposed to find the capacity of one tank. So here the capacity of 375 tanks have been given to you. So you will write the statement in that way. What will be the first statement? Yes, the first statement will be capacity of 375 tanks, which will be equal to 2,06,250 liters. Now you have to find capacity of one tank. Capacity of one tank. So what you will do? This 2,06,000 250 is going to divided by 375. So this question you will do it yourself. There is no problem, quite easy question that you will do it yourself. Fine. Now we'll move to question number 6. Question number 6 is, now what is the question number 6? Question number 6 is 65 lakh 3,820 meters of rope is to be packed in bundles. Now these many meters of ropes supposed to be packed in a bundle. Now if each bundle contains 125 meter of rope, how many maximum number of bundles will be made and how much rope will remain unpacked? Now, in this question, it has been given that this much meters of rope is to be packed in bundles. Now, in one bundle, the capacity of one bundle is 125 meters of rope. So, how many maximum number of bundles will be made? Means to pack this 65 lakh 3,820 meters of rope, how much bundle you required? But after packing it into bundles, how much rope will remain unpacked? Might be possible that at last only some rope will be left, and that cannot be packed in one full bundle. For example, the packed number of bundles having the capacity of 125 meter. Might be possible at last you will not be left with 125 meter of rope. So it cannot be packed in that bundle, in one bundle, and that much rope will remain unpacked. So here in this question you will get remainder also. Now capacity of each bundle is given, that is 125 meters. Now number of bundles made from 65 lakh. Now you can see this question number 6. Capacity of each bundle. Capacity of each bundle, that is 125. That is capacity of each bundle which is given in the question. Now number of bundles required to pack this 65 lakh 3,820 meter of rope. So what you will do? This capacity of one bundle is going to divided by this whole capacity, so that you will be able to know that how many bundles are required to pack it and how much rope will remain unpacked. So let's do the division. Now the first statement will be capacity of each bundle, but the second will not be there, that capacity of these many bundles. No, these many bundles you have to find it out, that how many bundles you require to pack this much meter of rope. So let's do the division now. Then I'll tell you how to write the answer in this question. Now 125, 5 times will be 625. We'll write it here. 5 and then 2. Nothing will be left. Now 3 will get down. It will become 2 times. That will become 250. 3 will be left. What will get down? 8. Now 38 is less than 125. So we'll put a 0 here and we'll get down the next number also. Now it will goes on. It will goes on 250 2 times, then 3 times. 3 5s are 15. 1 will be carry. 3 2s are 6, 1 7, and then 3 1s are 3. What will be left now? 12 minus 5, 7, and then nothing will be left here. Now what is the next number? 70. Now again the 70 is less than 125, so it will not be packed. Okay, so it will not be packed. So these many bundles are required, and 70 meter rope will remain unpacked. So we'll write in the question, we'll write in the solution sentence, therefore 5203 bundles are required to pack the rope, and 70-meter rope will remain unpacked. See, here I have not put it meter because these are the number of bundles which are required to pack this, and 70-meter rope, this remainder, that is your remainder. 70 meter is your remainder. Rope will remain unpacked. So here we'll see this question again. What is given in the question? If I'll read out the question once, that 65,03,820 meters of rope is to be packed in bundles. Now that much rope is given to you, that must be packed in bundles. If each bundle contains 125 meter of rope, how many maximum number of bundles will be made and how much rope will remain unpacked? So here capacity of each bundle has been given. Capacity of each bundle, that is 125 meter. Number of bundles required to pack this much meter of rope. Then what you are supposed to do, this total length of the rope is going to divided by capacity of each bundle, that is 125 meter. Do the division. Now this will become the number of bundles you require to pack this rope, and 70, which is the remainder, this much meter rope is left. After packing this much rope in 5203 bundles, this 70 meter rope will be left. 70 meter rope will remain unpacked. That is a part of the question. See in the last line how many maximum number of bundles will be made and how much rope will remain unpacked. You can see this question. I hope you don't have any doubt in this question. If still you have any doubt, we'll clear it in online class also. So capacity of each bundle is given. You have to require to find it out how much bundles have been made to pack all these rope. Then you have find it out how many bundles are required, and then 70 meter, which is your remainder, that meter tape is left, or that meter rope is will remain unpacked. Okay, now we'll move to the next question. Now question number 7. A company collected rupees 96,74,500 from its shareholders. A company collected, we are talking about a company, like any company who collected from its shareholders, those who invest in that company. That company has collected rupees 96,74,500 from its shareholders. If the value of each share is 550, how many shares were issued? How many shares were issued? Now in this question number 7, you will not get any remainder because they have not asked that how many shares have been issued and how much money is coming by other way. No, that question is not like that. here it is given the price of each share, price of each share, and then that price of each share is going to is divide that whole number, that is the total money collected by the company, that is rupees 96,74,500. so when you will divide this 96,74,500 by 550, you will get the number of shares issued by the company. You will not get the cost, you will not get the cost of each share, because in this question cost of each share is given and how much money that a company collected, that is also given. Here you have to find it out that how much shares were issued. Whatever quotient you will get, that will become your number of shares issued by the company. Fine? Easy? Is there any problem? So if you have any problem, that we will discuss afterwards. Simply the statement will be okay. The statement I will tell you that value of each share, that is second part of the question, value of each share is equals to rupees 550. Total number of shares is equals to rupees 96,74,500 divided by 550. Do the division, then you will get the quotient. That quotient will become the total shares issued by the company. Value of one share is rupees 550. Then total shares issued by the company is equals to the total money collected by the company divided by 550. Quite easy question. Do this question. Up to 7th we have done it, and 5 and 7 will be your homework. Complete it. If you have any problem, we'll discuss it in our next class or in our online class also. And join your online class, that is very important. Your attendance has been taken there. That's all for today. Good day.